crazy foursome, and today, I want to talk to you guys about sustainability and zero waste. I know there's a lot of climate doom out there. I know there's so many people who say that one person can't make a difference. But it's our collective action that adds up to a big change. How big of a change and impact we can have as individuals and their impact can have on our planet. If 100,000 people gave up using plastic bags for an entire year, that would remove 363,000 plastic bags per year. If those 100,000 people gave up plastic water bottles for a single year, that would reduce 16 million plastic bottles per year. So if those 100,000 people switched to a reusable period routine, that would reduce a lot of single-use period products from going into landfills over the course of their lifetime. If 100,000 people cut their shower time in half, that would reduce 274 million gallons of water from being used per year. If those 100,000 people gave up just beef burgers for 1 year, that would reduce 110 million gallons of water and 1.63 million pounds of greenhouse gas. And if those 100,000 people started composting instead of sending food waste to landfills, we could keep 36 million pounds of food waste out of the landfill, and in turn remove 139 million pounds of greenhouse gas emissions from being put into our atmosphere from the greenhouse gas emissions emitted while food breaks down in landfills. So when you feel like you're just one person, and it doesn't make a difference, think about how many people might have that same thought, and if we all acted together, what a difference we could make. I just wanted to say thank you for subscribing. If you're not already subscribed, you should do that. I think this video is a really good video to do, because everybody on the channel is at a different part of their zero waste and sustainability living journey. Let me know in the comments where you are with your journey. So let's talk about swaps you can do in the beginning if you're new to this, to kind of ease into it and talk about some things you can do once you get past that point and you need some more advanced swaps. To do a lot of this journey has to do with like a mindset and a change of habit. So we still have the voucher giveaway going, and I am planning to draw that on the 4th of September, so please keep entering. The first beginner swap I wanted to go over is one of the most iconic things about the zero waste movement, and it is a reusable tea or coffee cup. Obviously, having a reusable coffee cup is going to cut down on single-use coffee cup waste and all that sort of stuff. It is a good solution to reducing waste, and I highly recommend everybody has one either from the go or at your home whenever you come into contact with something where you need a hot beverage, since tea and coffee is the second most consumed beverages worldwide, second to water, and likely only because water is required to make tea and coffee. I think it's also important as a more advanced swap we start to look at the brands that we are supporting, because taking your reusable cup to a coffee shop is good to reduce single-use plastic packaging, all that sort of stuff. But a more sustainable thing to do would be to pay attention to how that tea and coffee is grown and check about exploitation along the supply chain. See if there is a local supplier that you can support, so there is less transportation of the product, and check the packaging and what happens to it. Once you've got the reusable coffee mug down, we can focus a little bit more on what happens behind the scenes instead of just the waste that we personally interact with. Actually, something you need to be buying or looking at is skincare products. Look at what can you make yourself, as I am sure everyone has their own preferences, and you can also choose to put in your own packaging, so reducing the waste. Alternatively, looking at the brands you use and checking the ethical and sustainable. So check the packaging, check where they source the ingredients from, is it cruelty-free? You could look at your razors now. There are this up, and that up, and this up, and that up is not sustainable long term as a person. So I just want to give those perspectives. I hope that was helpful. As a beginner, learning how to recycle properly is essential. I guarantee you that there have been things about recycling that you didn't already know that you really need to look into, depending on your area, what they accept and what they do not. And if you don't have, sharing that information with others can make a huge difference. We don't want to be hopefuls. It's not a sustainable option to throw something in the recycling in hopes it gets recycled. It can actually have the opposite impact and result in less things being recycled because of contamination. we don't want to do that. The more advanced thing here is to buy things from recycled materials. Okay, when we talk about how recycling is inefficient, and most things don't actually get recycled, a lot of the reason why that is because recycling is more expensive. Recycled material is more expensive than buying and using virgin plastic. So a lot of producers don't buy into this part of the market, making it not a viable option, and the more we support recycled materials, the better our recycling systems will become. I'm actually very passionate about this, and I think that recycled materials are some of the most sustainable options you can get, even if it's plastic. So as we learn more about recycling, supporting things made from recycled materials is imperative to actually creating a more circular economy, or alternatively look at ways not to need packaged goods, so it does not have to enter the recycling process at all. The next area is composting, is something I'm incredibly passionate about, because the world population long term, and I think as a beginner to living a sustainable lifestyle, compost should be one of the first things you tackle. Number one, because in a lot of cases it's free. You can find someone near you to just go drop it off, whether that's a neighbor, a community garden, etc., or put out on your local groups, as there's always a need for compost. I think it's definitely something that every beginner looking into sustainable living should definitely be paying attention to, because we throw away too much food into landfills. It creates greenhouse gases, which contributes to climate change, and it's depleting our soil of nutrients, because we're not circularly giving it back to the soils. Instead, we absolutely need to grow food. In contrast to the beginner swap of composting, I actually wanted to talk about a few different things or advanced tips to not just compost your food waste, but to reuse those scraps and other. Don't forget about something in the back, so making sure your fridge is organized. To learn more, and the other part of this advanced tip in contrast to composting is to choose compostable alternatives for things that otherwise would be plastic, aka on the planet forever. Advanced swap: choose compostable over plastic materials. That's look and see what is in your local area is available to you, right? So local shops, such as soap with sustainably sourced ingredients, or locally sourced ingredients, are also an awesome option. And if you're buying single-use plastic, as opposed to the other products you are buying that maybe have more sustainable ingredients, etc., transitioning over to a refillable product is also a great option depending on what you have access to. You might have a bulk store where you can go get refills on products and stuff like that. If you're a beginner to sustain led you to think that you can't do anything, you're probably in a much better mental state than a lot of us who have been going through this for a long time. So use this as an opportunity to talk to your friends and family about why you're excited and about why you care. You cannot do all that the world needs, but we can all make a small difference together. By everyone.